Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we'll discuss about a topic interview questions for product owner. Friend, today we will discuss in a very simple way, in a simple manner, that what are the interview questions normally asked during the interview for a product owner position. So friend, let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's start. Interview questions for product owner. Friend, first of all, we have to understand that what is product owner. Friend, product owner is a role in a Scrum framework, and he is a person who has the vision for the whole implementation of a product which needs to be developed. He is the bridge between the customer and the Scrum team. He has the vision what needs to be developed, and he has the clear understanding, visibility about the requirement from customer side which needs to be developed, and you can say he is a leader for the whole product. That is why his name is product owner. Okay. Now friend, product owner is a role in the Scrum framework. So what is actually the Scrum framework? Scrum is based on the agile approach for the implementation of software projects, which says that we deliver the things into chunks. Okay, now coming towards our main topic, friend, product owner. So my first question is, what do you expect from this job as a product owner? So friend, this is maybe a question in the interview. As a product owner, friend, you must have to be behave like a leader of the product. You are the leader, you are the owner of the product. Anything, any change cannot be approved without your approval for the product. You are the bridge between the customer and the Scrum team, and you should have the clear visibility understanding about the product which needs to be developed. So this is the very short answer of this question. Then the next question is, do you think it's a good idea to have one person performing both the Scrum Product Owner role and the Scrum Master role? Um, Friend, see, I don't think so that it is a good idea that the Scrum Product Owner and the Scrum Master role should be same, because see, the roles and responsibilities are totally different. See, Scrum Master is a facilitator for the Scrum team. Scrum Master means that a person who has the role, he has the clear visibility about the Scrum framework, a Scrum body of knowledge, and he knows the best practices for the Scrum. He is the facilitator for the Scrum team. He, if there is any bottlenecks issues, so he will be resolving that, and he is the facilitator. Now on the other hand, the product owner is a person who is the owner of the product, who is the who has the clear vision, who is leading the team. So there are two different sides of the role. Product owner is totally different role, and Scrum Master is totally a different role. So I would say that it is not a good idea that a Scrum Master and product owner should be performed by a single person. These are two different role, and two different persons should be behave, should use should perform these two roles. The next question is, do you have experience working with the Scrum framework? Friend, the answer should be very crystal clear. If you have a knowledge about the Scrum framework, if you have performed as a product owner in some organization, so you should have to tell that truly, that either you have the experience in the Scrum framework or not. Or if you don't have, you should have to tell them that you don't have the Scrum framework. The answer should be crystal clear. What other product discovery framework you have worked there, friend? Like for example, if you have worked in Kanban and any other framework like waterfall, so you should have to tell them that which type of framework you have already worked. Who do you consider to be the most important product stakeholder? Friend, the answer is very clear, friend. The customer is the most important product stakeholder. Why? Because he is the person who has the requirement. You can say he is a person who is the lifeline of a project. Because see, friend, for example, if you are implementing a mobile application for a bank, so now bank is the most important stakeholder, because see, bank is providing funds, bank is providing resources, bank is arranging all the things. So the most important stakeholder in my opinion is the customer for the product, because he is the lifeline of the product. The next question is, how much time do you give to understand customer needs and user research during product discovery? um, Friend, obviously, the most time should be given to understand the customer requirement. Why? Because see, all the blocks build on the customer requirement. If you know the customer requirement well, only then you can develop the right module. If you don't understand the requirement properly, appropriately, so obviously you can't build the module properly. There, if there is any gaps in this understanding, so obviously there will be issues in the development. So as a product owner, you must have to give appropriate time to understand the customer needs. Another question is, friend, that how do you deal with the uncooperative stakeholders? As a friend, for uncooperative stakeholder, you must have to understand their pains. Every person has weaknesses and strengths, so you must have to understand that what are the weaknesses, what are the strengths, and you have to behave like that. And very important thing is that, friend, what the other person want from you, you must have to understand whatever the things he want from you, you must have to provide it accordingly. He want the product on delivery on time, so you should have to give your 100% to understand his requirement and do the things accordingly. This is the only way to understand, and this is the only way to handle the tough stakeholder. Do you have experience working in a scrum team? If you have experience, you should tell them. If you don't have the experience, you should tell them that you don't have the experience. The answer should be crystal clear and appropriate. The next thing is, how do you explain your marketplace knowledge to the scrum team? Friend, you should have to try your knowledge appropriate. Like, first of all, you don't only rely on the Google. Like, you can meet with your friends, your colleagues, and try to gain the knowledge about the product which you are going to develop. And first thing first, that, friend, as a product owner, you should have the uh, greatest knowledge and the best knowledge about the product which you are going to develop. This is very necessary for you. How do you go about updating the team on the product and market situation? Where do you source information, friend? There are many sources of information, friend. For that, you can use Google, you can use your colleagues, you can use your friends as well, discuss with them. Any market expert, you can discuss with them to gain the knowledge. So this is the best way. How would you redesign our product? Friend, to redesign your product, normally first thing is that if there is any similar product available in the market, like, you can Google it, you can use Play Stores, you can discuss with your friends and colleagues, and try to find out some products, like 4 to 5 products, and try to find out their features, their flexibility, their adaptability, and according to that, you can suggest the possible solution to your customer. Tell me about the last time develop a product roadmap. If you have ever developed a product roadmap, you should tell them. If you don't have any experience, then you should have to tell them honestly, whatever the situation. How do you use the product vision when building a product roadmap, friend? You should use a Word document in which you define the vision for your own self, not for the team or for the customer. If you have written down the product vision, then it will be easier for you to explain your product vision to some other person as well. Tell me about the last time that a stakeholder feedback affected your product roadmap. So whatever the answer, like, if there's any feedback which you have received and you suffered for and you impacted due to that, so you should tell them accordingly. What should a good user story look like? Friend, the user story means the functional requirement of a customer, the requirement what actually he wants. Friend, the user story could look like that what actually he want. It should be properly defined what he wants in a very simple and a very shortest way. This is the good user story. How do you go about backlog prioritization, friend? Backlog prioritization means that the requirement should be priorities, and the priority should be defined by the customer. So as a product owner, you should know what is the requirement. Backlog means the requirement which you are going to develop, and the priority should be given by the customer. So based on the customer feedback, you can prioritize the requirements. So friend, thank you, thanks a lot for your time, and that's all from my side. Thank you.